All right, we are absolutely shocked. Could this be the biggest comeback in history? There is no way that Luna is rising at the rate it is. We've knocked off a zero from the volume and the price. Yeah, I mean, we're at the 1 minute charts here. This is where we were 2 days ago, was this little channel pattern here I was looking at. And wow, we've made a huge move from there. I heard a lot of people on social calling for 100x gains, 1000x gains. Oh man, some people made some money. Let's take a look. What did we do? Let's zoom this way a little. That's the way I need to zoom. It won't let me zoom any further out. All right. Let's go to 3 minutes. How about that? There we go. Okay. What kind of gains could you have made if you got on that bottom? Let's look at just a price. Where do we see here? Price range. And let's just go somewhere randomly from there to, that's not a price range. That's a price range. Let's go from here to our top. 7,000%. Wow. Someone could have made like a lot. Someone could have made a lot in that situation. I don't even, very interesting. That's something that's food for thought. To always remember that it's not over until it's over. I had a lot of people actually asking what you should do with tokens. This is it, hold on to them. I mean, obviously not that you should throw them away, but this is it. This is what you're holding for, is hopefully it comes back around. Wow. Yeah, that really is, yeah, that really is quite a lot. And even in intraday, let's look, what could we have done here? Let's take it from there and let's stretch this back to, even if we had done something like this and traded down here. It's not bad, doubled your money. Yeah, let's see it from the bottom of the parabolic rally all the way up to the top. 344. And even if you had about somewhere in there to where we are now, even if you were holding on the whole for dear life the entire time, 1,800%. Yeah, a lot of those gains would have made in here. Let's see, where does it really, so even 1,000 would have been up to that one. I think a lot of people probably sold there, made quite a lot. So that's a big amount. And if we can see there's a little UST recovering, we're seeing a little recovery, you know, not much to write home about, but definitely a little something. Let's see, what do we got here? Still could have made a lot. Is that really what it got down to? Wow. Interesting. Very interesting. Could have put money back on it. So if you had to put down $100, if you had to put down $100 right down here at the bottom, 3,000% is times 300, right? Don't tell me. Don't tell me that would have made it all back. Let's see, 100 times divided by 100 is 30. Okay, so 30 times 100. Okay, so that only would have been 300 bucks. Oh, times 10, times 10, $3,000 off $100. Would have been nice. Would have been a nice way to make some back. I understand that the last 72 hours have been extremely tough on all of you. Know that I'm resolved to work with every one of you to weather this crisis, and we will build our way out of this. How to predict when the depeg will end. First, you don't understand how Terra's peg stability mechanism works. Here's a good overview. UST is currently trading at 50 cents. Deviation from its intended peg, not 50 cents anymore, homie. Stabilization mechanism absorbing UST supply, over 10% of total supply. The price stabilization mechanism is absorbing UST supply. The cost of absorbing so much stablecoin at the same time stretch out the on-chain swap spread 40%. Anything else, the only path forward will be to absorb the stablecoin supply that wants to exit before UST can start to repeg. There's no way around it. We propose several medial measures to aid the peg mechanism to absorb supply. First, we endorse the community proposal. Minting capacity, up to that. First, we endorse the community proposal to increase base pool from 50 to 100 million, and then pool recovery block from 36 to 18. This will increase minting capacity from 293 million to 1.2 billion more quickly. More days will be discussed in the community forums. With the current on-chain spread, big pressure, the UST burn rate, the supply overhang of UST, bad debt should continue to decrease until parity and spreads begin to heal. High cost to UST and Lunar holders. To be collateralized. The ecosystem is one of the more vibrant in crypto industry, 100 passionate teams. Applications. As long as these builders, among them, continue to build, we will come together. Interesting. I wonder if it is going to come back. Will it actually make it back? What do you think? I don't know. It's such a long way for it to go. It's a long gamble though, but let's see, what would it be if we made it back? If we took this back, we went from here and we went our way all the way up, that'd be a 300x if you just bought in now and waited for it to repeg. Now there's a lot of debt to be pulled out though. How much do we have to pull out? Is there any, how much is left in UST? Let's see the market cap. Still 11 billion, you know? That's like a lot to be sitting on there. Wow. Interesting. I wonder if we got different metrics on different chains. What else we got here? We got, let's look at Luna on something else. Luna UST on Kraken. Let's see what that's doing. Yeah, same thing. So it's just across the board. Well, it's only a 900% gain. So you really had to be on FTX to make the wins. 3,000, that's a big difference. It's a hard one because if you put in even $100, what's a $100 gamble? Again, a $100 gamble at 3,000x, which is 30, is only $3,000 you could make there. So what happens if you decide to put $3,000? Let's put $1,000 down. So if we put 1,000 and then we X that by 30, which would be the 3,000%, it's 30,000. That starts changing the game a little bit. Is the network still down? Holders of UST at the time of the new network launch will receive 40% of the Luna supply. Basically, by buying UST now, you're buying a part of the new Luna network at $4 billion valuation. Honestly, a good buy in your opinion. I don't know, is it? Oh, here we go. It's actually out by Do Kwon. Luna was on Sexes in the very last smaller group. Ha! Lol. For sure. Let me get a Crunchwrap Supreme. Let's do it, Rob. Are you really going to Taco Bell? Getting some of that bullshit? Getting some of that dumb stuff? Dude, have you tried that taco sauce from Trader Joe's? Oh, you're not going. Yeah, you're not going to Taco Bell. Yo, you got to try that taco sauce from from Trader Joe's though. It's like the Taco Bell taco sauce, and it makes you wreck the bathroom just the same. But it's so good. I put that. It's like I feel like it. What was that? What was the branding? What brand was it? That's like I put that shit on everything. Jack's Link or something. I don't know what it was. I put that shit on everything. And start carrying it around with me like sriracha, bro. What you doing over there, Rob? You chilling? You creeping? Is this the start of an OnlyFans? What do you think? What do you think? Get into that? I haven't tried it. I can just go to Taco Bell. They give it to you for free. Yo, his Taco Bell sauce is so good. You gotta try that shit. Yeah, I mean, you can get it for free. That's true. That is true. I don't even know why I pay for it, honestly. So what do you want to say? What do you want to say? What part of the OnlyFans is this? What do you think about all this, Rob? What about all this chart patterns and analysis? Does this mean squat to you? 3,000%? How's that sound? You just got me on the background for support right now. You look like NASA? I don't even know what that means. Oh, with screens going on? What do you got? You got like 6 things going on? What are we watching in 4K? Isn't this kind of like porn, money porn? Everybody's covering it. I'm actually kind of getting tired of all this nonsense. Have you heard about that stuff, Rob? All the explosion, the absolute crashing and destruction of the crypto markets, and everyone's crying. Yo, I got one of my videos. If you're still there, I got one of my TikTok videos like What did it say? It said community guidelines. Have you had any of those community guideline violations? Did you have any of those through mortgage? I did an appeal. I don't know how long it's going to take, but the video was doing good. It already had like 1,000 after like 30 minutes of being posted. It's so annoying. Kind of want to try paying Pegaxi. These are getting better priced. Yo, Rob, did you know you can buy horses in NFTs? You can buy like NFT horses and do horse racing. $5 now. Yo, these are getting so cheap. It's a good thing we didn't do too much on the NFT side because they've just like everything has gone down to like nothing. Actually, what are, let's go to OpenSea. OpenSea, last I checked, what was I looking at? Was some D-Race. Gonna buy a horse, not Zed-Run, D-Race. What's the floor price now? Floor price is 0.073. Let's get rid of all this nonsense. So what's ETH at right now? 2,000. So 0.073 of 2,000. Oh, whoop, yep, times 146 bucks. These were 300 bucks a few weeks ago. That's a lot of lost money. It's getting more enticing to get it. I think it's going to go down though. I think the entire Bitcoin market will go down. Zoom out to the weekly and see. All right, so let's go with the 85% rule and actually see what an 85% drop from here could be. All right, that's what 85% drop could be. That seems like it's a worst case scenario for me. So if I took this, which is a pattern off of the last bull run, that might be end up what it ends up being like. I wonder how stretched out it'd be. Probably more than that, huh? No, no way. It'd be there. Probably something like that. That's what I'd imagine will happen. And then the next bull run, 2024, 2025, right here, taking off. I don't know, what do we think? Something like that. 120, 122. So 4 years from there. Yeah, something like that. What are you doing over there, Rob? You just setting up like every computer in the house? Oh, I don't think I'd go that high. $2,000% on a Bitcoin rally? I don't think that's possible again. That seems like that's too much. So if I was going to short from here, if I was going to short position from where we are now, that would be a 70% left to go. On a 4-to-1. If you wanted to do a 4-to-1 on that, which is usually recommended by a lot of people as far as a short profit to loss. Probably stop it way up here though, and probably goes through somewhere there like an exit. So what is my target? My target would end up being about 12,000 if I thought it was actually going to go down that much. Do I think Luna will hover around the current price, or do you think there is still going to go up? You know, I was debating that, and I was trying to read this, which was their revival plan. Do Kwon's the creator. And I think that this coming out, so when did this come out? This actually came out a day ago. Probably came out about the same time. It's probably the reason that it helped spark it. But the Luna mechanism, to my understanding, would be keep going if the network was up and running. Is it off? I think last I heard that it was off. That's what I was looking up a minute ago. Delegations will be disabled once the block production resumes. So I'm not sure it's actually started back up. And so I was over here, it actually had said it on CoinMarketCap that they weren't doing it yet, but I still think there's hope. I had people on here a couple days ago asking about it. Terra blockchain is also halted. Oh, here we go. So I still have hope for it, but what I was looking at was the craziness. I was actually here a couple days ago looking at this little channel here, and I had a guy in chat who was doing some trading in here. If he had just held, he was doing some real quick trades, you know, short trades. If he had held just for that day and a half, that would have been a 3,000% gain. So there's certainly action happening. But let's see, when was this put out? This was put out a few days, has officially halted. been halted. The network has come up with a plan to reconstitute it. More updates. I think there's got to be more than that. That was a minute ago. But they definitely need to maintain whatever they're doing. Here's the thing, is that UST isn't doing good. So if we bring this into the 15-minute, this is what is going to be, Luna's going to have a hard time as long as this isn't at $1. So as long as UST is fighting to be repegged and they're still maintaining the burn, until this reaches this point up here, everything is everything's still going to be kind of a shit show over on Luna. But it clearly looks like there's people making money. That's what I mean by the comeback. I saw like some random TikTok and people were like, someone made 1,000% gain. I was like, how is that possible? I'm pretty sure most of us thought it was mostly dead yesterday. Yeah, that spike is nuts. I mean, even let's look at this. Even if we take it from there, that's a 300. That's a 3x just from there. If you had have been like watching all this period, and what time was that? That would have been. I mean, that would have been early in the morning. But say you woke up at like, let's say you even woke up at 8, and you decided, wow, look at all this action. I'm gonna get in. I'm gonna just FOMO in, and you got in. You just doubled your money. You doubled your money by. Yep. All on the same day, by that evening. Oh no, by later that day. Oh geez, where's 8 o'clock? Why is this? There's 8 o'clock. Okay, I wasn't quite there. All right, you're a little under doubling your money, but in a couple hours you would have doubled your money if you had been in it. Then you would have lost it. Here's the thing though, it's always it's easier said than done. Hindsight's 2020. This is the big thing to remember. So no matter what you do, looking at this, wanting to think about getting back in, and I was kind of considering here. So I pulled out and looking at this as an option to, hey, maybe you just purchase in and ride this back up to the peg, and even if it takes time and it goes way over here, that's still a 3x on your money, maybe even a 4x. But what's to say that the liquidity coming out isn't going to pull it back down, right? And that's something they've even noted, is that it's going to have a hard time because people are going to still pull out their money. So right now, the key thing to understand about this whole thing is that this is still, Terra UST, there's still $11 billion stuck. So there's $11.2 billion stuck in it right now, and that needs to come out. People want it to come out. So they're expecting their $11 billion to be worth $11 billion. Currently, it's worth $2 billion, right? So whoever's trying to sell anything out of there is pretty damn hit. So it was early money here when we got it in. Lost a lot, but it was 7x yesterday. Okay, yeah, so you're in Oz. Whereabouts in Oz? Been a long time since I've been there. It was early morning here. We got in, lost a lot, but it's 7x yesterday. What were you trying to do? Are you trying to do one of these plays? Are you trying to do something degen, or are you trying to just make your money out? Were you already in it? Were you playing, were you stuck in like Luna, or were you stuck in UST when these crashes happen? Because the other day when this was going on, 2 days ago, this was 11.8. So in 2 days, 600 million has come out of 12 billion. That's a lot, right? So I don't know what's honestly going to happen. I was kind of trying to decipher it, to be honest, like what this proposal means. It's kind of signed by Do Kwon. South Australia, never been. I think I've seen the beaches. They look pretty beautiful down there. Does it get colder down there? Does it get colder down there? I was over Byron Bay, if you've heard of that. I was over in Byron Bay, so it was pretty nice over there. Wasn't too bad. Definitely hot. Hotter than it is here in the States. I miss it though. The grass is always greener, That's the thing. When I was there, I lived in the bush and wish I had a place that was like the city. And now that I'm in the city, gosh, do I wish I had trees around me. Yeah, and someone else brought some good questions up too. So they're gonna give back a percentage. It's like 40% is gonna go to 40% to Luna holders before depegging event. Okay, so they're gonna try and help the Luna guys in this new. So they're gonna split off. They're gonna do a fork, basically, is what they're talking about. Got in at 5 cents. Then when it dropped to like infinite 5 cents, bought again. Then it was taken off our platform. Haven't been able to buy since. That sucks. That sucks. So you're down bad, huh? Did you throw a lot in? What platform you traded on over there? What's the one to trade on in Australia right now? What's the one that people like? And how are they going with as far as like regulations over there? Minus 20? Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's the thing with Oz. It always went, the swings were always insane. Going from like all the way up to 45. I remember those days. We were always hoping it would just bridge to 50, so school was canceled. So 40% to UST holders pro rata at time of new network upgrade. UST holders need to be made whole as much as possible. So they're going to give 40% of anyone holding UST at the time of the fork. So buy in? Is that a good time to buy? You're using Coinbase. Yeah, seems fair enough. Seems fair enough. I use Coinbase as a money on ramp, and then I mess with KuCoin once I have it on. But I'm not sure how that works for you as far as getting on the KuCoin, because KuCoin doesn't have KYC unless you go over. You can withdraw up to 1 Bitcoin a day, and I don't know if it's equivalent of 1 Bitcoin, but at the time I got in, it was 50,000. So. Not minus 20, just 0 to, yeah, I figured, sorry, maybe I misread that. I figured it was 0 to 20. Minus 20, you'd be dead. Would you be dead, minus 20 Celsius? Oh, in, I don't know how to spell Fahrenheit. Come on, Google. Isn't it like FH? I don't know. Let's see if it figures it out. There we go. That's 60. No, minus 20. Let's go. Let's do what's minus 20. Minus 4. Yeah, it's freezing. Still very new to it all. Ooh, what are you doing trading on some degen stuff, man? Have you been trading stocks before? These are some risky plays to be trading, and being down bad. I would think you'd almost be shying away from it. I think this is going to pull a lot of people out of the markets. Actually, I got a good question for you, seeing as you're here. I just did a video, which is going to post later tonight, on a project that I think now is going to have a hurdle in front of them. But they were offering basically managed portfolios for people. Is that something someone like you would be interested in, managed portfolios, if they could show you that they had outperformed the market year over year? Would you be considered in? Would you consider that something interesting? I need to figure out a way to like poll a lot of people on that, because I think that, here's the thing, there's a lot of people who are wealthy who like that sort of thing, but then there's a massive amount of trust and regulation behind those kind of hedge funds. So would people ever get into it in a decentralized manner in the crypto space? Also, would they get into it after this just happened? Lost a bit when it dropped, but it skyrocketed, so we up. Okay, cool. Well, hey, if you're making profits, then can't be too bad. Are you keeping it pretty squeaky clean? Are you reporting everything? Keep it on Coinbase? You doing anything on the decentralized side, or you do everything on CEXs? And no, I haven't come up with a better way to say the acronym for centralized exchange other than SEX. It's like a kiwi, am I right? Six, mate. That has been something I've been looking into, like Vanguard. Alex, thanks for joining. Luna, will it go up again? It's the chart on the left. I was down here 2 days ago looking at this little channel pattern and right here, and we were talking with a few people there who were worried about it, and they were like, what do I do with my coins? I said, hold on to them, I don't know, but it's probably dead 2 days ago, and if you had have purchased here and held to there, you would have made 3,000% gains. So, shows, I don't know shit. I don't think anyone does at this point. I think what's happening right down there is some serious degen trading. Dom, so you would be interested in something like that, like Vanguard. Okay. Like stocks. What do you mean by that? Haha, like stocks. I don't know what that one is relating to. I am rambling, so I don't know which part of my nonsense you were referring to. The project that I was talking about, where it would be a managed portfolio inside of the crypto exchange, or like inside of crypto. That's what I was asking about before, and then I thought you responded with the Vanguard point. Where did I tangent off from there? I don't know. That's a good question. Yeah, I think at this point it's kind of still, again, Alex, if you're still around, it's pretty much anyone's game. So we have this message that's come out, from Do Kwon, the founder, and it kind of shows that they're looking to do potentially a network fork, which could result in people who currently hold some Terra Luna and who hold some UST who are stuck in the network, who are down bad. It could result in them getting a portion of that new network. Now, whether or not trust will ever gain into that new network and whether or not that new network will actually take off is anyone's guess. I do think there was a lot of very talented individuals behind the project, so yeah, it has a potential to do something. And if you have any of your tokens that are sitting there in Luna and they wear down way, way bad and you don't know what to do with them, just hold them. I mean, not that you were going to do anything otherwise, but don't try and like liquidate for a penny. That's a waste of time. Just save it. Oh, you're good. You're good. Don't worry about it, Dom. Yeah, so you did say you would be interested in something like a Vanguard. So the project was called SWDAO, and I'm not trying to shill it at all. I don't have any, and I'm just more curious about the demand that's out there for people to have it. And I think that one of the points I made too in the video was that this sort of action here, or this cause with this massive capitulation of a really big project that people trusted is going to be something that's going to be really hard for people to give over their money. Because a managed portfolio is, here's my money, go make me money, and I'll come back and get my check. That's all you do. And unfortunately, I think for a lot of people in the crypto space, they're like anti-establishment. So I don't really know, but I still feel like there's a lot of people who would want that. Like honestly, that's something that 1%ers live with and they benefit off of, right? So they give their money to a hedge fund. They have a hedge fund manager who does this stuff and he beats the market 20, 30, 40% over whatever it is. And it's nothing like they can make in crypto, right? So like the stocks that you gain, the percentages and the margin that you can make on a stock market is nowhere near what crypto. Like, maybe a good hedge fund is getting 40%, top 40, high 40s. Crypto, it could be a couple 100%, easy, no problem breaking that a year. So it would be interesting because it would give a lot of normal people a chance to play the same game as the top 1%. But that is just kind of my curious question and tangent on hedge fund crypto management. Otherwise, degen plays like this, I'm very curious. I'm almost wondering if there's something to be, I don't know which way to take this and which way to swing it. Like if it's going to go up, it's just been so volatile. And like I said, even this, like doing a play off the end of this one, it's nowhere near, but I feel like this one's, I don't know if this one's less risky or not. Everything the founder has said has been talking about UST being what they have to do right by those people. And I'm not sure why he holds to that. It's probably from a trust standpoint. But it's got a long way to go. And that could be a big gain, because if he's really putting all his chips into making sure that goes up, that means that I don't know, and they've halted the network. So if they've halted the network, where's all this action coming from? I think we got a lot of degens trying to make a bunch of money off of it. Even if you got in now, I mean, like if you had like a little one like this, even that little one there, it's not bad, if you got in here somewhere. Kind of time frame that is, 12 to 21. So that's like a 12-hour period. You could have made half your money. So I don't know. It's anyone's game. What do you think? Yeah, cool, man. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the sub. I appreciate it. It's much appreciated. It does help me out. And I hope to see you around. If you do, I try to be as active as possible. So whenever you see me out there on any platform or anywhere, just shout out or let me know how you're doing or what's going on. I dig interacting with people. And I'm always on the search for moonshots. I love, if you've got a good project out there or something that you're looking at, leave it in a comment somewhere. I love that stuff. I'm curious, we had a guy on yesterday who was actually, this guy Dimitri, and he was the one talking about this channel and doing some of these like real hyper trades, and I'd be curious to see what his thought on this. Because look at this, I mean, this is like your perfect little, I think channel's in here, no, channel's in here. Am I missing something? Oh, parallel channel. Okay, so let's go from there to there. Oh. I think I have to do it this way. That's the way I have to do it. Okay. So let's shift this around a little bit. And this little channel is very interesting too to potentially trade if it's something you were doing. What do we got here? What could be some trades in here? Do you have an exit set up, Dom, if you're still here? I don't know. Oh, you know what this one looks like more to me? This is what this looks more like to me. Right? I don't know. Let me know what you think. Right? You see what I'm seeing there? Like, who knows? That's very interesting. And that's one of those, it could be an ascending wedge. Again, I don't spend too much time on TA. And it's kind of like, what is it, a horoscope for men? But potentially, that could be a breakout. I think this one's interesting. Could be interesting to see if that bounces at the bottom of that channel. Now, either write it out or go for broke. That's a true degen right there, my friend. That's you going in it. I like it. What did you say? Did you say you put a lot in? Have you got a bunch in it? And you got in at what, 5 cents? Where did you say? 5 cents. Yeah, you got in at 5 cents. Okay, so let me infinitely scroll to kind of find. Are you watching this? I'm doing this for comic relief just because that was so ridiculous. All right, let's look at a 5 cent retracement for you and see what that, I don't even know if I can actually get. Let's just assume it's here somewhere. So you only need to make up, how many zeros? 457,000%. Starting crypto 5 months ago, so I'm enjoying the volatile market. Yeah, I mean, this is the right spot for it. What got you into crypto? Again, have you traded on the other side before, or is it just, are you just, playing around in it. First buy was at sec. Next lot was at. Oh, okay, cool. There you go. And you said you're up a little bit, right? I mean, that's still crazy. I mean, that one basically lost your money, right? That's completely losing your money. That's never coming back. So what did you say? How many zeros is that? 4, 1, 2, 5 zeros. All right, so let's see. What is 5 zeros? Where is that putting us? Wow. Nice. And you're still waiting? You're still sitting on that? All right, we'll try about there. Not bad, my friend. Not bad. I'll give you the benefit of the doubt and I'll go to the 4933. What do you think about that? Does it sound about right? Does it sound about how much you're up? That's not bad. That's a nice little gain after you lost 400,000%. So what's your play? I mean, again, you said go home or go broke, but what is it? You're just holding on till what? Possible repegging and anything out the other side? Or is it just a complete gamble? Like, do you have anything backing why you think maybe that it's going to go much further? World Star promos. You think Luna's going to skyrocket again? Based on what? And I mean that in a general question, a genuine question. I'm very curious as to which way this will go. It's interesting. There's been a lot of talk about it. It's been a lot of talk about it. Do you think it's the announcement, the plan they have set up? What do you think? I wonder what the fork could do. Honestly, a fork to it could be, I don't know, if they'd ever even start up the network again. You think that'll be part of that ascending wedge? Again, I don't subscribe to too much TA, but potentially, can we do a squiggly line? I never draw a squiggly. Oh, there we go. I guess something like that. You think that's what it's going to do? Oh. Everyone I know said it was dead. I like an underdog. Every Aussie, every good Aussie likes an underdog, for sure. Sometimes they surprise you. Hands down. Good on ya, right? I'll say good on ya. That throws me back. I appreciate that. A good underdog for sure. That actually makes me want to throw a few bucks into it, just for the memes, right? Just because it would be great to see it come back. It's going too slowly. Go back up, but it will go back up 100%. Oh, okay. So you're thinking definitely it's going to go back up. But again, why? I want to subscribe to something. Like, I want to get in there. I want to believe it. But it's just like, I don't know what's moving the needle at this point. I kind of dipped off the radar of yesterday. I just couldn't watch everybody on Twitter having a hard time with it. Like, it's just, we can only dream. Yeah. It's a big dream at this point. I mean, it has so far to go, and the amount of the market cap, the fully diluted market cap of Luna is just absolutely insane right now. So it has a long way to go, but I didn't even think this was going to happen this early on. Like I said, I think the halting of it caused it to be maybe a degen's paradise. I know when I got out, a lot of the trading over in UST was just being hammered with bots. So back and forth, back and forth. And so I think there's also a lot of people holding out on doing anything with their UST. I don't know what that does to affect Luna though. So I'm really looking for something that like could give me a clear sign to get in. But maybe it should just be for the underdog. Yamurio? No habla, no sé. Bro, don't listen to idiots on Twitter. 90% of all exchanges already listed it. Yeah, no, it's more so there was a lot of people that were in my Twitter feed that were the people kind of like validators and people backing the projects and really helping keep it going. And so I was just curious, like, because they're the ones that were very vocal about it. So I was like, every one of them's been like, oh, here's my thoughts on the sad thing to die. And because they lost everything, right? They had all their money in Luna. Some of these people had like, I saw one today. Someone was saying he lost 20 million in Luna. Just put that in perspective for you. Get in for the meme. This is the way. I can subscribe to that. That I can subscribe to. That's what I needed was just, I think the underdog and for the meme, those are going to be the two main things that to get in for, you know, even if it's a few dollars. Yeah, why not? Just got here. It's a good time to invest $100. Are you asking a question or are you telling me? Because everyone here is saying throw money in, we making money. I'm the one questioning everything. I don't know, honestly. I'm looking for an actual answer, something that could lead me to want to believe that it's going to keep going up. I didn't imagine this was going to do what it's done already, but here's the other thing that's very interesting with it is because I think a lot of people, especially at this, it's like those minute numbers, right? So this distance here on the chart is it's so big. Like there's only 2 zeros between there and then there's like 3 down here. That's such a big jump. But in the scheme of things, it's really, really small. So it really doesn't take much to move the needle. That's what's crazy. So I think there's something to be said about that portion of it too. I saw Terra hit 11 billion in trading volume in the last 24 hours. Whoa. They manipulating everything. They're going to start pumping it very soon. Interesting. I heard that they threw over some money. The LFG moved over money to start selling like some Bitcoin over to exchanges. So I guess I might have to try and maybe pick some up before I go to bed. Wait though, if it breaks 29 cents, it's going down? If what breaks 29 cents, it's going down? Are you talking UST? Or are you talking Luna? It's got a long way to go to 29 cents. If you got in now and went to 29 cents, you'd be a millionaire. Crypto is all about taking risks. All right, if I bought at the top and didn't see the crash coming, it happens in crypto. For sure. And I'm glad you're sticking around. We're all in the same boat. But if you have a chance to buy the dip, then you have a chance to be a millionaire. Terra and I will create millionaires within the next couple of weeks. I'd be down. I was doing the numbers. Okay, so let's do the numbers. What would you need to be $1 million off of 100? Let's just do the math real quick. I'll do it with you. All right, so from here, I did this. This was a 3,000... Well, okay, let's say 2,500, sure. So that's a 25 times your $100. So that would be $2,500 you could have made if you put $100 right there. Now, how many X would you need to be if you were $1 million? Oh. So you'd have to divide that by 100. You'd have to 10,000X. Totally doable. Totally doable. No, wait, I think that math's wrong. I think I did that wrong. Hold on. So 100, so 10,000. Never have to do these kind of crazy ones. Yeah, it's 100. Yeah, times 100 is only 10,000. Okay, yeah, so it would have to go up significantly more than that. Oh, I figured you'd get it. No, I'm sorry. You put 0.29. I was like 0.2. Like you can't. When you put the point, that tells me. I mean, that's here. That's here, my friend. Hold on. Jesus, I love the memes on this one. This kind of scroll. All right, let's go. Let's go to 29 cents. Let's go to 29 cents. But so here's the curiosity with that. Now, if it was to go that heavy, would it be able to actually provide people with the money? Like where, so you would really be transferring everybody who was selling to you's money into your pocket. Because how could you even cash out if you put in $100 and then it was like, you woke up one day and your balance was like close to $1 million, even 100,000, and a bunch of people had that. What would that possibly look like? That's that underdog for you. What are you just betting? Ollie, are you just like full degening or are you trying to get to sleep right now? Because hey man, this could go up. Actually, it looks like it broke down. That's not necessarily on my perfect TA. Look at this. This is not a good sign. I honestly feel like some people might have been looking at that. You know what I mean? People subscribe to all sorts of TA they went to, and look, and now it's a hard capitulation right there. Should be interesting. Uncle Sam will take 30%. If you get into $1 million, he'll take closer to 40%. But you get to offset with all the losses you already had. Plus, I'm sure I could find somewhere to hide with $1 million. You just got to get it off exchange, though. That's the hard part. Not Uncle Sam can. Yeah, he definitely can. It's really interesting what they're going to do. I don't know. It's going to get kind of interesting when it comes to like picking up taxes and charging people. Oh, sorry, Lance. I just saw your different color in there. You bought $700 yesterday and got almost 3 million coins. Just sold 2 million coins to get my initial investment. Riding on 1 million left from the free profit money. Awesome, my man. I should have got in. I don't know what I was thinking. I should have gone in when I was looking a couple days ago. I should have done it for the memes right there. That's awesome. I'm into that. Good stuff, Lance. Know what the fuck to do with money if I won? Probably go to the bank near me and talk to an advisor. Yeah, if you ended up with that amount of money like that, shit's gonna change your world, right? All of a sudden, what you could do is you could double down and short on the other side. I already prepped my wife to sell. You're ready? You're ready to be have you been looking at? Have we all been opening our Lambo catalogs? We all been checking out what color you want, what the leather interior is gonna be like. Hide it on an offline ledger. Yeah, for sure. But how do you get it? I guess you could. That's what you could do. You could just kind of filter it out slowly but surely. Here's the thing. This is why trading on centralized exchanges. That's the one that will dick you. If you're trading over, Sushi Swap or wherever, again, it's Luna, so doing it over on Quick Swap or whatever, then do they know about it? But I am curious. I think they're going to have on-chain metrics that they're going to be paying a lot of people to be looking at where that money in those wallets have. So should be interesting. I don't know. It might be one of those where you just like, if you did make it, you move it to a ledger and then you leave the country immediately. So they can't come get you. See, I need to educate myself on all of this. I don't even know what shorting is. I just started learning music theory, so it'll have to go on the back burner. What? Music theory before shorting, and you're trying to play degen plays like this? I guess you're doing it for the memes. I certainly hope you're not gambling with a lot of money if you don't know what shorting is. But it's probably for the better. Honestly, most people should stick away from shorting. That's how you can lose a lot. Move to Dubai. Uncle Sam can go whistle. Yeah, I've been wondering about Dubai. I see a lot of crypto. You see a lot of those TikToks with crypto millionaires in Dubai. Curious what the life is like. I'm sure they're welcoming to the crypto space. I wouldn't mind it. You do have to think about this though, honestly. Like, you have to be at least a little bit smarter, ever prospect. If you buy into some crazy altcoin, you forget about it 4 years later, before you cash out, you really need to think about the ramifications of what's going to happen and how you're going to deal with that as far as tax-wise, or whether they're going to come after you. Like, if you are just going to live at home and continue your normal life and pretend like nothing's up, there's a good chance someone's going to come knocking. There's no doubt about that. Nah, bro, just 35 after I saw the meme. Only 70 or so, but I'm having fun. That's good. And I think at this point, that's the fun part right there. And that's why you guys are kind of talking me into it right now. I wish someone had talked me in yesterday, day before. Come on. Where were you guys yesterday? I should have got on stream. I didn't have my stream. 100x leverage shorts are the play. Yep. Everybody listen to Ollie. 100x shorts, that's the way to go. You should try those. You should try those right now. You should try those with normal stable coins. Anyone who had a short on a stable coin would be living the dream. There's nobody who had that one. Yeah, I don't know. Let's see. What could I get if I did put in now? I like this, though. I like that everyone's just being able to meme around with it a little bit and have fun. Were any of you in it before? Or are you just kind of coming at it for the memes? Did you guys have any money in the crash and the capitulation that everyone's now dying from? Yeah, see, it's so much more. That's what I love about the smaller number. Like when it's down here, it's like that's such a big difference as opposed to like right here. It'd have to go so high up. Such a long hold. But I still think it has a chance. If enough people, here's the thing with crypto is it's so heavily weighted by memeing. Like you remember the whole GME Wall Street Bets debacle? That with crypto is just all the time. You know what I mean? Like, so whenever there's a moment where there's a meme or a potential for $1 million to be made overnight, people just get down. Like, here's $100, here's $30, here's $10, whatever, just because, and all that money goes into that pool and can come out the other side. Unfortunately, it's when you chase those highs. Let's just try it out, especially without stop losses. Yes. Are we talking about the 100x shorts? Yes. That is that financial advice, Ollie? Is that financial advice for anyone else here? I still am curious about this, though. Like I said, is a safer play? I mean, I guess it won't. I don't know how this is going up if the network is stopped. And I haven't confirmed that it isn't stopped. But UST is going up in value. I assume that there's still some burning minting mechanism, but I don't understand how it would be working without the network. So how is UST going up at 20 cents? Because if it were having a potential to continue going up, like I did the measurements before, up to here, oh yeah, it's like a 300x, or a 3x, sorry, up. And it's probably safer. But again, I think we're here for the meme, so Luna is really the play for the most part. I just don't even know how it's... We'll see. Time will tell. Look at that. Look how far out you have to zoom. Look how far it crashed. I saw some people having some crazy shorts on it too. So, again, those 100x shorts. Jesus, look at that. Wow, it's not stopping. Yeah. Wow. It's only in financial advice if you make profit. 100%. I saw a few people making a very hard comments talking about financial advice and YouTubers and stuff. And obviously I'm trying to make a channel and do that sort of stuff. And you have to play the game. What are your thoughts on the thumbnails and sort of like the clickbaity nature of it? The game that we have to play as YouTubers and whatever. Like, is that something that you go, oh, this person's trying to take advantage of me, or they're just playing the game? Because I was thinking of that being on both sides of the coin. This one person was talking about being scammed of a bunch of tokens and how one of his influence, one of the people he first followed, was showing about influencing a coin and would pump it and then dump it. And I was like, that sucks, right? Obviously that sucks. But at the same time, you didn't do any of your own research? I don't know. It's like I wonder what I know. There's a responsibility on my side, and that's why I try to make my content as little about like go buy this coin without any questions. I'm like, no, this is what I'm looking at, and a lot of it I don't actually even buy. I just like review it, and I'm interested in the space. So I don't know what the moral. I don't know if I have a moral problem or I don't have a problem. I'm fine with it. I'm still making content. Crickback will go to the channel, but I steer clear personally. I only usually watch 3 channels which are heavy TA. Yeah, and that's the thing. It's like, I think that if you gravitate towards that, so like especially in the crypto space, like someone like Benjamin Cowan, he has cornered that, right? Like a lot of people at this point, and that's the interesting thing with a YouTuber or trying to get in the space and make it is that you're competing with the 4 or 5 people at the top that most everybody listens to and goes to. You know, I mean, there's going to be a few that are generally going to be like, I couldn't really make a video on this. Every time I make a video on why this is crashing, nobody cares. Doesn't matter. Unless I do like these streams, sometimes they do well. But yeah, I definitely spend a lot of time trying to find like those altcoins, but that seems to be what works for my channel, and people, I guess, appreciate the reviews on things that nobody's talking about. Oh, look, it's actually coming back a little bit. Let's zoom in here and see what's going on here. So see my line, see the lines? This goes to show the lines don't mean anything. I mean, I don't really know if I see anything there. So if you're in heavy TA, what am I doing wrong with this TA? I don't spend a knot. It's surprisingly respecting the fib. Oh, Fibonacci. Yeah, okay, so let's go. Let's do it. Give me a fib tutorial. Which one of these? It's this one of these has the crazy fibs. Fib channel? Fibonacci spiral? Which one of these should I throw on? Fib retracement. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I need, definitely. That's why I originally had it like this, right? And this was kind of where I was like, oh, maybe there was, you know, some sort of ascending triangle or something. This is what I had earlier. I was kind of forcing that one, and maybe it's this. But it's like, what are we doing here now? Now I'm making a parallelogram. So I'm not sure if there's really much out of this to get. Again, not for me. So fib retracement. But this is such an absurd situation, so you can't really apply these algos. Yeah, no, that's why I don't really do that with TA that often anyway. And so that's where I'm like, if anyone has any real, like, hey, this is what you should be doing, let me try the fib retracement. And then where should my start point be? What do you think on that, Ollie? Should we be starting lower? I mean, honestly, with such volatility and craziness that is actually happening here, I think that there is yeah, like you say, a lot of this kind of goes out the window because we're playing with meme economy. We're playing with really, what's the word I'm looking for? Emotions, people. You know, there's a lot of people down bad. There's a lot of people probably desperate to try and make money back, and there's a lot of people just like, yo, let's go to the moon. Bottom of the move T, the local top. Oh. I'm gonna leave my squiggle. I think my squiggle is really what makes it. From the bottom, what, down here? Bottom of the move. Which one? If only you could point here for me. What did I do? Which one was it? Am I in the fib retracement? Yeah. Tell me at what price. From where we began to move up. Which move up, from way back here? Or from this little parabolic rally? This one? Or way down here? Also rely on factors like when someone tweeted something or so on, so they could look like bottom, or those tops of indicative of rumors which they can get corrected over news. Yeah, 100%. This is the thing with crypto. This is why it makes the volatility so insane. And I totally respect anyone who has figured out their knowledge as far as TA when it comes to the crypto space, because obviously there is some logic carried over from the stock market, but there's an emotional weight that I think you need to be spending a lot of time on there and watching the macro or what people are saying, because it's just on a dime, dude. It's like an influencer says something and boom, things change. And then there are Asian markets which just opened up and a lot of Americans are going to sleep. Yes. Yep. I prefer the 24-hour trading cycle though. I know it makes it a little more complicated, but I was talking about someone the other day. It was so annoying to me that everything is on the scale of like banker's hours and the weekdays, and then like when you're transferring money from one bank account to another. But that's like the whole conversation around decentralization and everything. But it's nice to be able to like, okay, cool, I'm gonna put a trade in and it applies around the world. It's 24 hours. So KuCoin never halted trading. It did not. It did not. I like KuCoin. I'm hip on it. But I think they probably maintain their liquidity. I don't know what the reason is. They did stop coming in. They did stop Luna coming in. Binance and other Western exchanges did so. Yeah, Binance. I don't want to say F's in the chat for Binance, but Binance, I've seen a lot of shade thrown at them, and it seems warranted. It's like they kind of stop trading whenever they want. And I know that that's okay because they're centralized, but I don't know, Ollie. I wish I knew where you wanted this fib retracement. Like I said, it's not my forte. Should we go from here? Okay, let's go from like, how many zeros? God, it's so hard. It's so small. 5 zeros, 0.7 to, okay, cool, I got you. Oh my, okay, yeah, way down here. Okay, cool. Yeah, this is what I was thinking. Oh no, 5 zeros. Wow, yeah, 5 zeros, okay. Okay, yeah, way down here. 2, what are you saying? 004. Like that? Is this 5 zeros? Fuck. That's close. It's pretty close. KuCoin is based in Singapore, and so is Do Kwon. Oh, I was wondering where KuCoin was based. I knew it was in the Asian markets, but I wasn't sure if it was in Singapore itself. Go back? What do you mean go back? This is it. This is what you told me. You want to go up to the top like this? That's not what you told me. That's 0.00059. That's the 6. I heard they filed a police case in Singapore on Do Kwon. No. Really? Which the only way he can beat the case is to show us otherwise. No, I mean, I've heard that there was going to be some regulatory, pressure. I heard there was going to be some, obviously there's going to be pressure from the US. They're not going to be happy with it. But I heard there was going to be some pressure. But who filed it? Did it say who was actually putting against? Was it like the public or like the DOJ version in Singapore? All right, Ollie, is this what we're talking? Let me spread this over. So this is what we're thinking here. I see what you're saying. Yeah, so you're thinking that one right there is sort of a resistance right here? You thinking that's where we're going to see a bounce? I'm going to do this. I'm going to get rid of a lot of these. We've got a lot of nonsense up here. Do Kwon, what? Police? Report Terra founder Do Kwon's spouse seeks police protection after the Luna and UST. What do you mean spouse protection? Ask for emergency protection. Oh, he filed for protection. 61.8 level can be... Can be what? 0.000228. So that needs to be... Yeah, about there. Yeah, you're right, Ollie. It is actually kind of strikingly hitting on those things. It's so interesting to me to how, like, mathematically some of these things beautifully, like, work out. I read that Do Kwon and his fam had to seek a Singaporean police for protection. Didn't hear about anything about police seeking him out. Yeah, this is what I'm saying here. Cracking down on crypto is bad for Sing economy as they have come out in support of it. Yeah. Yeah, that's why I thought that everything was going okay, and I had heard that if there was anything that was going to start going the opposite way, Do Kwon had also said that he would just cut his ties to it and just let it be decentralized. But I don't know. It seems like here it's not. They're not going after him. But that makes sense that he would. He probably had an insane amount of death threats. What do you think? I read a tweet. I was about to say a twit. I read a tweet. It still sounds stupid. I read a tweet that was talking about him, or was someone kind of talking about how they had known 8 people to have committed suicide over the situation. Just sent the link, remove the space. Just sent the link, remove the space. It's a little late for me, so you're going to have to clarify because my brain not working on what that means. Oh, you got a link for... Oh, this might be closed. This might be locking down links. I don't know how to mod this thing properly. If anything, I used to mess around streaming on Mixer. YouTube is a whole new slice for me, so streaming on this. New subscriber here. Hey, thank you, Julian. I appreciate the subscribe. It's much help for the channel. I appreciate it. Thanks for the stream, Q&A. My question is it still possible for Luna to pump another 900% even though there is such a big supply now? Well, that's kind of what we were talking about a little bit earlier. Yes and no. It's hard to tell because we're not, this is kind of like we're discussing what's causing all this action here anyway. But let's do a 900% and actually see what happens, what that would mean for you, and where that would land you. So a 900% would take you back up to about, a fraction of a cent, a third of a cent. At this point, this transition here, okay, from this point to the top of this was about a 1,200% gain over the course of 2 days. Sorry, the camera's over here. That was over the course of 2 days. So is it possible for it to do something like that again? Totally, 100%. And anyone telling you otherwise would be lying. That right there, what? Where am I getting my math? I keep doing this. How is that 5,000% right now? Did I do something wrong? There's no way it was 5,000% before. Oh, maybe it's because I'm not. Let me see how far in zoomed I gotta be. No, I'm actually down there. All right, well then, yeah, it's totally possible. Safe to say that this has been a crazy run, right? So there is a lot of action that has happened in a very short period of time when everyone thought it was done. So Julian, I would say that if you're looking to recover some, then it's very possible at this point. If you want to make a bunch of money, it's also very possible, but it's also possible to lose everything. So take that all with a grain of salt. Do you think it can hit 50 cents again? That's a lot further off. Okay, 50 cents is like a whole other level. You think the 780.6, 78.6 can be a good floor level. That's interesting. I could see that. Have one resistance to break here. It's interesting. Let's see what happens if it actually falls through this. And then what it does when it hits this one. Because this was a nice wick, right? This wick was pretty long as far as actually touching. So it's like there was a lot, you know, a lot of buy pressure back up on. So it should be interesting to see. But I'm not sure, again, those night markets, sometimes I wake up, especially when this was crashing, those nighttime gambles at night, I'd wake up in the morning and be down 30, it'd be down 100%. You're like, oh, God. Let's retire these investors. Let's go to 50 cents. Let's go. I'm with it, guys. That would take us to about a fraction of cents. Yeah, I mean, the 12 cents, I mean, any up from here, again, guys, is going to be possible, but you know, you're sitting there, you're doing it for the memes, and you're hoping. We're not putting life savings into this. If you do and you make it out, then I don't know. Hit like, hit subscribe, smash those buttons. help the little people out while you're sitting on your massive $1 million. Oh no, what's happening? Alazar, I'm not sure, you just hopped in. Nothing terrible is happening, and it's actually going up. Did you buy in here? That would be bad. All right, I'm trying to catch up on my peace case filed in Do Kwon. Google this exactly. Police case filed again, Do Kwon. Okay, I will Google that exactly. Let's see what happened. First one has filed a police report. Reportedly files a police report. Oh, an investor files a lawsuit. Is this the one we were talking about? People already sat on 100x from the bottom. Yo, my friend, if someone sat on that it was showing some crazy gains there. All the price action is because no one knows. I 100% agree. I don't think anyone really knows. I think this is all meme economy. I think this is the stuff that drove Wall Street Bets, GME, AMC. It's all these kind of game plays right now. And why not? I think everyone who stopped by the stream tonight has been like, yeah, I put 20 bucks in it. I put 30 bucks in it. I had some guy a few days ago, he put like 20 bucks in it. He said, whatever. Yeah, why not? You guys are making me want to do it. Which bounce level am I going to get? Okay, I'm going to wait for it to go down to 0.618 fib here. And that will be my buy-in. Bought at 5 cents. Really wish I had kept investing further, but you never know. That's that buy the dip mentality that can get you in trouble when something's crashing. Oh, didn't. Thanks for the explanation. I'm going to jump ahead. Thanks for the explanation. So the volume has been at 5 billion since 12 hours ago. What does that mean for the price stabilization? I honestly don't know because the volume is so great. I haven't, you know what I mean? Like, the network is shut down. That's the crazy part, to my understanding. Unless someone in the chat can correct me. The last I saw, the network is turned off. So there's no actual infrastructure movement. And as to my understanding, if it's turned off, it can't burn and mint. So this is really just trade back and forth with existing tokens out there. So it's like its own little economy. Because the inflation can't go up anymore, that's what it sounds like it has to be. It has to like be, the volume is stable at 5 billion. Yeah, so that's what I mean. Is what I'm trying to say is that I think it's created its own economy because there's no more inflation causing the price to drop, the hyperinflation, because the network's been shut off, there's no more minting. And this is just me hypothesizing. If anyone in here knows way more about that, tell me and give me that as the answer. But that's what it seems like it's doing. This is all these people trading these volumes, holding, and then they're holding, and then there's not as much supply in the market. And you know, I feel like there's got to be some people here playing real games. I had a guy in here yesterday who was trading this channel. This is why I left this channel. It's behind my head. This little channel right here. He was playing this, and he was on his way to making a few $1,000s just in this little channel alone. He was trying to pull out some money. He actually thought it was going to bounce back up. Although that said, he might have been able to get out here along the run or waited. I think he would have probably pulled out on a stop loss here. But there's people probably hitting it hard. And all that said, when I was getting out of all of this, the bots were going crazy. The bots were going absolutely nuts. So there's a lot of fluctuation in there, and there's probably big people like getting scared and moving. So I don't know. I'm putting that all out there as just wild speculation. So take it for what it is. That's where DoQuan BitConnect. BitConnect. Do you think he really BitConnect? I don't think he did. Here's the thing. It was going so good. Why would he let it crash? Even if we want to go full Ponzi scheme on it. Why would he let it crash when he was far better off at the top? You know what I mean? People keep saying that, like it was a rug. I was like, it's not a rug. Why would he pull out? He has everything to win at the top. If it keeps going, he's like the face of it, and the billions just keep playing into his lap. Yes, Raul, it can be the same way your personal net worth can go to $1. Play the game. I'm not sure what we're answering, but yeah. Could it get to $1? Oh, yes, for sure. And we are playing the game. Everyone's throwing in. We're going to pool together all our funds. Everyone's going to throw in $5. That's how a Ponzi scheme starts. It's really unheard of. The market movement last few days. This is history being made. Your idea of Luna becoming a meme, new economy, that could be like what Luna's spies. I think at this point, and this is what a few of the other guys in here were also pointing to, is it's kind of one of the major things that's moving this around right now. Because at this point, it's kind of hard to move all these, throwing TA on there and really trying to guess it. At this point, you're playing with either traders or, again, the meme economy. So you can get on board. I mean, seeing as there's probably not a lot of people, there was a lot of people wiped out and a lot of people not touching crypto right now. So I think there's going to be an opportunity before too many people know that it's done these 1000x gains or these 500x gains, and you can still make those profits. But once the retail, all the people know, that's when it goes down. It's the same with Wall Street Bets and GME and all that stuff like that. It skyrocketed, and then once it was on the news, it shut that down real quick because everyone knew that's time to pull out. So I don't know. Whether or not there's also, for anyone new joining the stream for a hot minute, I was talking about this earlier in the stream that there was a proposal put forward by, I believe, DoQuan, or at least he commented on it, a fork of the network. Not even sure how that would play onto it, whether they would just let this one die in the corner, but they're going to give some incentive to people holding still UST and Luna over on the other side when the new network is built. So I just don't know how it all plays. I don't think anything like this has ever happened. Like most people are not watching yet. I don't think so. I think we can all take advantage of this, guys. Bio, is there much difference between W Luna and Luna from a trading perspective? Looks like it's going to be locked from selling on the 27th, and I can't transfer it. I'll buy some regular Luna too, I think. W, I think like B Luna and a lot of those, I never really got super in depth into the Terra economy with that Luna section of it. I was pretty heavy in the Terra Luna economy with the UST, but as far as those Luna, those locking mechanisms that were on chain, those I think have been shut down. But yeah, I don't know if they're coming back. I don't know if there's even any chance of trading it off. I think a lot of what's being traded right now is being done on an ERC20 token, if they are out there, or on a centralized exchange, or between people who already have it. I think the network shut down. So I wish someone knew whether it was. I tried searching before. Here we go, roller coaster. Damn right, that's exactly what it looks like. And all these colorful things are real pretty. They make it real rainbowy. Yeah, look, so it's starting to break this one. I think people are going to be paying attention to this. That's the interesting thing with the crypto space. I mean, it's kind of with stocks at all, but the crypto space specifically is that it has like this self-fulfilling prophecy that tends to happen over time, and it will, because so many of us believe it's going to happen, or because there's certain like TA channels that a lot of people on YouTube will point to, because we're all learning in this little same ecosystem, a lot of it happens the way it's supposed to. It's like the Bitcoin cycle, and it's like the 85% short rule on the backside of a bull market run. It's like a lot of these things happen because we all think they're going to happen, and then we make them happen by going, oh, it's going to happen. So I think we're somewhere in that train of events and concept. I know I'm kind of repeating myself, but I guess I'm just kind of walking it through for my own head because it seems like that's what it is. So if it goes to $1, I'll make millions. I'd be out well before then, though. That's the thing. Hindsight's 2020. You're never probably going to stick. And I bet anyone who bought here, unless they literally said, I'm not going to look until Monday, which is a tactic, would have sold anywhere here. This wick would have come down and they would have been like, I'm getting out here. And they would have taken that profit. And that would have been nice. They would have been really happy. They would have been really happy and excited. And that would have been life. And that would have been made a 1000x gain right on their little percentage right there. Is there much difference between, yeah, okay, I read that. I was up 10K off of like $100 or something. Now I'm up around 3K and just YOLO enjoying the ride. Good stuff, my man. I mean, I was trying to do the math earlier to like what it would have been to get to this peak. And it was something like that. It was like $100 would have ended up making you like a lot. Several, yeah, like 10, what is it? It's nice. It's kind of hard for me to watch seeing as I could have got in, but oh well. I think I was too burnt from it. So what would that be? That would be 51. Oh, if you had held that, that would have been 55K. 51K. From what I've gathered, Wrap W Luna and Luna are virtually linked in value. Yes, that all the versions of Luna are linked in value. Is slightly lower but stabilizes. I'd have time it right, which doesn't make me feel safe. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know with any of the like. I don't even know what's the term for any of the like forks of them. They're generally pegged to the value somehow. But where are you trading? Is that being traded on a central exchange, or are you getting that from like a decentralized exchange? Where are you still able to get that W Luna? What Luna are you doing? W Luna, yeah. You can get it now. It just dipped. I know. That's what I said. I actually said if it goes down to this, I would entertain it. I certainly would. It might be one of those when I get off stream, I just go and buy at this level. Someone, who was it who said at this that 0.786 would also be a nice resistance position? I do appreciate my man for having me put up this this little fib overlay. It's been quite helpful. Yeah, I'm gonna use the restroom and get some water. I'll be right back. right, we're chilling. Who's made another $1 million? Oh, it's going down. What do we got here? Mario, was it you who mentioned about the 0.786 at the bottom? Is that what you're answering? Grid trading bots on KuCoin. Thought on grid trading bots on KuCoin? Question mark? What are you asking about the bots on KuCoin? There's an absolute boatload of them. It's nonsense, actually. It's kind of frustrating because they like offer that service so casually to people. But you can see the trading. It's just like, not to mention when you place a trade, you can see how it like, you can see it switch a little bit, and then these bots come in and will kind of like try to trade you out. It's super annoying. The party is over, boys. It could be, but this could be buying the dip. Is this not the opportunity to buy the dip? This may be it. This is how you get stuck. This is how you get caught in the nonsense. Like any one of these dips right here, that could have been the mindset. It's how long do you hold? Ready for a big buy soon? 50 cents to $1, please. Did you buy in at 50 cents, Mikami? Because you got a long way to go to recover. You got a long way to recover. I think it'd be easier to make the money up from this point now. Fibonacci levels just the best. Yeah, who told me to throw in the fib levels earlier? Good call. It was a good call. I think it was Ollie. Was it? Was it Ollie? Was it you? Told me to throw it up? Ricardo, how you doing? How you doing, my friend? Thank you for stopping by the stream, checking it out, seeing how things are going. We're sitting here being degens, thinking about all the millions. We're talking about the Lambos we're gonna have. I have a great Fibonacci retracement strategy for the Dow Jones. Works great. Interesting. I like that. If you can find a good strategy, here's the thing is that this is with trading, like it's one of those that I looked at and was trying to get into it. You need to dedicate a little time to find your strategy that works. That's all you need to do is just find your strategy that works for you. And there's like infinite possibilities, right? For some people like to use Bollinger Bands, some people like fib tracements. Like you could use any version of what works for you and find where, you know, what asset it actually works on and go for it. I just never had the time to sit down and like do it or come across it luckily early on. In case we can do a good class. What do you mean, Mario? You want to go through, you want to run through the nice, you want to give away your tips? You can actually give them away? I mean, I'm down. I'll take some nice tips. Mikami, you're down 99%. Yes, if you're at 50, if you bought in at 50 cents, you're pretty much trading with nothing. And if you want to make anything back at this point, it's probably like buy the dip. That's not financial advice. That's just, there's nothing left of the value. And to get back there is a real long shot. And then you still break even, right? So it's like the only way to make it back in stocks or trading is buying lower. Myra Burke is going wild though. I bet. What are you trading on? Did you say? Was it you who mentioned that you're on KuCoin? I'm not sure what the A stands for. Should I call you Samrath? I just don't want to butcher names, unfortunately. Any info source on plan proposal Luna burn? I'm hearing a couple different plans circulating. I found the one and I had that up. I'll put that up here for you to look at while we degen a little more. Where did I get it? Did I get it from Twitter? Or did I get it from this? So this was the stop. Oh yeah, I did actually find it. It was a search. That's what it was. It was Luna. I think it was this. And it was latest. Oh man, I shouldn't have closed it. Sorry if it's giving someone a seizure. I think it was... Maybe it was from Do himself. It might have been from Do Kwon. There, here we go, revival plan from him. So this was, oh, and I guess he chatted into it. Oh, the case of wormhole team can coordinate with the distribute. So this was it here, and I'll leave this up to kind of read through, but it looks like they've, if this, tell me if this is the same one that you saw, where it's like people who, they fork off a new network, and then if they're still holding some stuff. Here comes the bounce. Are we ready for it? Is this what's going to happen? Should I have a buy in here? Yeah, KuCoin. Sure, you can call me Samrath. Okay, cool. Am I butchering it? Is that how you pronounce it? I try to be respectful. It's hard with text, right? You know, because I don't get to hear it. KuCoin is yeah, KuCoin. I like KuCoin too. It's I mean, it's as far as like, I like the fact there's no KYC. I'm not gonna lie. Steve, what are we talking here? At 21,000 at 20 cents? Don't tell me that's what I'm reading that right. Not 20 cents at 2 cents, 3 cents. What are you saying here, Mario? This could be higher risk but higher reward at what level? The 88? Is there some, what are we referring to with the 88 level? Let's zoom in. Let's see what's going on right here at this edge. And actually, let me double check. Let me see my points and see that we're actually, yeah, we're pretty, oh. Okay. Let's see that we're pretty tight on this, because this is going to be a tight margin. I guess we could call that the bottom, huh? We'll do it there. Let's see if that changes anything. Ooh. Okay, maybe it was a little bit better, a little higher. Did that really squeeze it up enough? Got a little closer. Oh man, that makes me want to buy some right there. Plan, but according to Etherscan, there are multiple large. Yeah, I understand that was the KO. I'm not sure what you mean by the KO. Do Kwon? Kwando? Plan, but according to Etherscan, there are multiple large burns happening. Thought it could be unofficial. Yeah, I'm not sure. So is the network down? Maybe you can answer this. Is the network down? I was looking earlier and I kind of got distracted a couple times, but I couldn't come up if the network is still actively down. And if it is the burn mint mechanism actually applying to the volume that's being traded here? Should I buy this coin or is it a gamble? It's a gamble, but people have made some good money in the past 2 days. People have made quite a bit of money actually in the past 2 days. How much you want to consider it a gamble is up to you. But some pretty crazy gains could have been made. And as we've been kind of pointing out here, some of the boys in the chat have really been helping out get the fib retracement chart up overlay here, and it's allowed us to really see some good lines of potential resistance that have been playing out very nicely for us. And honestly, I think if you're going to play it smart, might want to buy at one of these levels. What do you think is going to happen in the next 3 hours? Probably a little bit of a bounce up. I think it's going to do some fluctuations in here. Okay, I keep doing that. But honestly, I don't know. I didn't even think this was going to happen. But newfound relaxation. Are you still in the chat? Do you know? Because you were looked like you were doing a little on-chain analysis. Is the network like still up? That's been my biggest question. If the network's still up, because we were talking about why all this action could potentially be happening, and I was chalking it personally up to maybe meme economy, and closed ecosystem because the trading is being done between people now, and there isn't an inflation of the minting mechanism, burning and minting mechanism being come back in because the network is down. That was a complete speculative guess, though. Let's hope drunk Americans YOLO into it after people talk about it at the bar. 100%. I'm down for that. I'm down for that. Look, man, hey, if you're gonna play in the big boys realm and you're gonna get drunk and spend some of that money, it might as well be transferred into our pockets, right? You like gambling? Well, that's certainly what you're doing here. As we were pointing to, looking at this little piece here, we've got an interesting, again, this little interesting bounce that was kind of called a little bit earlier. We got a good group of people in the chat calling out some good money making tips right here. I'm into it. I'm at the 3-minute mark. Let me zoom in. Let's zoom in. Let's go to the minute. Let's do this. There we go. Let's really let's get in on the action, guys. What are we doing? We got to live by the second. What's the lowest this thing will go? I don't know. Should we do it? Let's just see. Oh, okay. All right. Well, I'm not there. So what is it'll go? Oh, it knocked me to the day. Yo, sorry guys. Whoa. Okay, cool. I can get back pretty quick. They turned the mint contract off. Okay, they did. Okay, I'm novel. They did. Thank you so much for letting me know, because that's what I've been speculating at. I'm like, I don't think it's on. So I was like, how is it going up? And they turned it off yesterday. That was when I thought this thing was dead in the water. Man, there's nothing to grab when I am this close in. I thought they turned it off down here, right? And I was like, oh, it's dead. Or they turned it off like over here somewhere up on this like left side. So I thought the project was dead, and we were watching it. And then like I was telling people in the chat, it was like there was a person trading in this range. And I was like, wow, it's actually going up. We were laughing about it potentially growing. And I think at this point, again, just to say it one more time for anyone just joining, there's probably a self-sustaining economy of traders because there's no more inflation being brought in. Now, if that is to be turned back on, keep this in mind, that inflation mechanism is turned back on, that will probably cause it to crash and continue to going down because it will be flooded with more and more Luna, which is right now, it's got a fixed supply. And because there's a fixed supply and everyone who holds millions at a time is really taking their piece of the pie. So it's going back to normal trading. This is what would be sort of, obviously it's volatile, but it's normal trading, not hyperinflated. I'm buying in now, not all in because I can go down more yet. I'm buying in now, not all in, because it can go down more yet. Yes, I 100% agree. Don't go all in. A few bucks, whatever you can do, pocket change. Tweet and post about it on your socials. Yo, my man. I didn't even tweet. I didn't even put this stream out there. I've been laxing. Let's do this. Let's take a sketch. What'd you say? I like this one. YOLO Luna. Oh, let me zoom in. I'm going to do this. I'm going to zoom in. Let's make it all crazy looking, okay? I like doing this. I like it when it looks like you stretch it out and it's really, you know what I mean? Like it's really this, but it's like, yeah, now it looks crazy. And then see, this is how marketing works, guys. This is how you make things look bigger than the real world. I'm just gonna take, what do I take? What do you think's the best? I don't know if I need even numbers. Let's just take that. All right, sorry, I'm on this tangent now. I appreciate Samrath. I appreciate the suggestion on this. I'm gonna do it, even if it's like this, and then maybe I'll do a more like a zoomed out one. But I want to make it really, inflammatory. And I'm gonna do this just in case it shows up. Sure, let's go. I'm gonna do another, like a zoomer out one. Sorry guys, got on a tangent. Somebody just made some gains for sure. Let's see, what is that? I mean, it's something to pick up. Hype is real. I'm here. I'm a hype beast. I'm here for it. You know what the thing is that honestly, there was so much like sadness on Twitter the last few days. It's just been really, it's been really hard to watch, man. It's just like, oh man, and everyone's been like giving all. It's a circulating narrative over and over, like what's going to happen, what are we going to do, and they're trying to figure it out. They're genuinely trying to figure it out, but. From my perspective, I mean, I pulled out, I lost, and then this is where I am. I'm just like, okay, cool. I'm just going to go back to making content, which, by the way, I am broke now. So if you want to help support the channel by a like, a subscribe, those really do help. I appreciate it. I no longer have any money. I lost all of it in UST. I'm memeing, but if you do appreciate hanging out here with everybody, do hit the like button. Get more people involved. We do appreciate it. We're sitting here being hype beasts right now. Late night, Saturday night. We're getting crazy. We're getting wild. We're hoping for we're waiting for the bars to close so we can get some of the drunk Americans to come in and go meme it. Is that why, Samrath, is that why you wanted me to post it? We need to get as much info, we need to get as many of them like up on the hype to wait for it to like skyrocket. Yo, bro, are they burning Terra Luna? I don't think they are. I think someone in there mentioned that the burning mechanism's off because the network is shut down. So I'm pretty sure it's because the network shut down, but the burning mechanism is off too. So they're not. And that's complete speculation on my behalf, but that's probably why there's trading going on up and down on Luna right now, because there isn't minting. There isn't hyperinflation. And that said, that should have been the first tip off. I don't know why I didn't think about it. It's hard sometimes when you're looking at this like this and you don't zoom out and go, oh yeah, well it's the inflation that's killing it. So the minute it was shut off, that should have been the tip to just like buy in. How much am I down? 50% on my UST. I got out at 50%. So it's enough to make me sad. It's enough to make me sad. I saw it at 93% and I was like, it's gonna peg. And then it went down to 82 and I was like, it's gonna peg, it's coming back up. And then I finally was like, I gotta get out. I'll wait for it to go back up that way. And it's not. This is where UST is at this point. It's this little channel down here sitting. And that channel's not doing much, it's not holding up at all. You know, just make it fit, make it fit. When a UST isn't so stable, like wow, yep, for sure. It's a pretty frustrating thing because it's luckily I didn't go too deep into it, but it was one of those where it was like I would suggest it to people, I would let them know what I was doing, I was happy about it, and I saw some of the YouTubers talking about being degens and being what's it called? You know, there's a hint of degen play in it because 20% is unheard of in normal places, right? It's unsustainable, and we knew that. But I still like the ecosystem. I like the cheap fees. I like the Terra network. I used a lot of other features on it. And honestly, it really isn't that crazy because for the first time in your life, it's like having a savings account that isn't controlled by a massive monopoly that's using and rehypothecating all your funds for their own benefit and not giving you any of the benefit. And I just felt like it was a okay, cool, here's a savings account. I'm putting liquidity in and being relatively responsible. Clearly not. Not in the crypto space, but big risk comes big reward. Really wasn't that big of a risk. This is the real risk. This is the real reward right here. I'm in many different chats. Are you trying to get, Samrat, you trying to get everyone going, yo, hype beast, yo, let's get that shit up, let's get that shit up. Look at that, okay, so this is gonna skyrocket up. You could still probably make some here. I should be trying to trade this right now. I don't trade on this PC. So the streaming PC, I make it a habit not to. So what I'm gonna do is I'll probably set up another account one day and then maybe do some like live trading and streams. That might be fun. But yeah, no, I don't have anything like any of my crypto accounts connected to this PC. I keep it on a separate computer. Which by the way is a tip for anyone still fresh in there. It's going down. No, I mean it's going down, yes, and I mean, how do I zoom out here a little bit? It's relative. Is it going up or is it going down? Well, yes and no. Depends how close you want to look at it. But this is the last few days. Okay, so here is the beginning of the 14th. This was the 13th. So this has been all of today. All this volatility from here to here is what we've seen. Luna to the moon. Ollie, I don't know if you've been here or if you're back. Yes. Let's go. This fib overlay was a fabulous idea. It was you, wasn't it, who suggested, Ollie, to put this up? What kind of recovery are you hoping for? As far as my UST or as far as this? I don't know. I honestly, I had to get out. I just had to pull out and just go back to reality. That was the sad part for me. It was just like, because I'm not a day trader and I don't sit there and I generally am kind of conservative for the most part. And so that's why it was like I'd made the money doing other things and I'd put it in it to be a stable place, especially considering I thought the market was going down and it went down. And it was like, you get the sting, although you knew it was going to happen, but you get the sting of you thought you were doing something responsible and then you get the sting anyway. And you're like, wait, what? Wasn't I? I wasn't doing the degen plays, which potentially could have made me more money. So, it is what it is. You'll need to slap some rockets and magnets on the chart. I got the big stuff though. I got the, how to make this bigger. There, yeah, what do we think? What are we talking about, guys? Come on. How do I do they have any rockets in here? Yeah. Yeah, boys. I need to get this in the thumbnail. Is this obnoxious? On a level of 1 to really obnoxious now. I don't know. I might try and get some. My plan B was kind of to start playing. I love this look. My plan B, I actually want to get a ticker down the bottom. I'm going to set that up for these streams. I've only been doing these for a little bit now, the streams on this channel. But I want to get a ticker down the bottom or something up here with some, some stats and nonsense about this bullshit. Let's go. Let's make it. I like the whole character. If you've seen any of my videos or you could go look at my homepage for my channel, I got the tie and the shit. I like it being like a show. You know what I mean? I like that. It makes it fun for me. Realize them smaller by 500%. Yeah, you good. I mean, I'm just memeing. They are pretty. Oh, I got 2 now. Well, let's do this. I'll put 1 here. I'll put this little one here. And I'll put this little, and then I'll you know what I'll do? I'll do this. And this will really, so anyone new who comes in, they'll be like, oh, is he calling it? I'll do this. Look, oh, he was calling it. And it'll make me look like a prophet, right? How did you get that fib? Is it in Binance? Well, I'm on TradingView right now. I don't know if it's on Binance. I think Binance, they don't they leverage TradingView inside? I know KuCoin uses TradingView inside of its charts. But you can go to tradingview.com. It's pretty straightforward. This is fib retracement. Thanks to Ollie, I believe. Get the arrow turned around. So we all need help we can get. Yeah, that's what I'm getting. It's going up. Arrow up is guaranteed 50x. That's what I'm saying. Let's do another one here. Can you copy? How do I copy? Just like you would expect. Yeah, that's it, boy. There we go. Like, look, clearly. Yeah, see? Now I'm a real YouTube stream. Now I'm a real crypto streamer, right, guys? I'm playing the part that I'm supposed to. I gotta get some shit. I gotta get like, you know what I mean? Like some things up on the screen that are like blinking and some lights and stuff. Thank you, Les. I appreciate it. Much obliged. You're helping me get to my goal of not being broke when I run out of money here. I do appreciate it. No, I try to make this fun. I enjoy this. You know what I mean? Like, I did streaming ages ago, back in pre-pandemic days, and I was doing it over on Mixer. Shout out anyone in the chat who remembers Mixer, if you ever heard of that. So I enjoyed that because it was such a small community that was easy to get found, and I had a pretty decent following. Well, a little bit. It was a few hundred people, but I was like, oh, cool, you know, this is fun, and I would just chat with people, play games. But this is cool because you get to play. You know, like it's like finding a community of people talking about crypto space. I was worried about YouTube not having any streaming for anyone, but it actually seems to work. I mean, we got 62 concurrent viewers. I appreciate everyone who's here. If you're new, I got to get into promoting myself. If you just got here and you really want to help the channel, you got to make sure to smash that like. And you don't have to hit subscribe. Only do if you want to. I understand how that works. And the bell notification, I never have those on, so I don't expect anyone to do that either. But yeah, I'm going to try and do this very regularly and see what happens. I actually want to try a few different things. I would like to, like I was saying a little earlier, set up actually a KuCoin account on this computer, or like one that I wouldn't mind accessing on this computer, and just throw in a few bucks in there and maybe see if we can like have a whole trading session, get some of my guys in there to help hook a brother up with the trades, because again, I'm not a day trader. Like, I'm a little more conservative. I understand mild TA, you know, like I get all this sort of stuff, but I don't do it to like make profit. And this fib one's been great. I could have made some money right there. That would have been great. What time zone are you in? West Coast, USA. So it's currently 10:44. This is way past my bedtime. I would be slammed asleep at this point. I would be dead to the world on a normal day. But I really recently just decided I'm gonna go. How is this? Let's get some F's in the chat for a person who decides that they're going to double down on content creation as the crypto is crashing. Thank you. Yes, I know. Absolute insanity. Absolute insanity. Representing the MST, what's an M? What do we like that? That's you. Which one? That one's before Central, right? That's one, because Central's 2 hours ahead, or is it Central then Mountain? Any info on this official Terra Luna announcement at noon tomorrow? Jay Richards, I do not. Unfortunately, I looked into this a little bit. I saw this one. I saw some stuff flying around on Twitter, but I'd be curious. There's going to be something official. Let's take a look at Mr. Do Kwon. I would be curious myself to see if there is something going on. Bring the actual news to the entire table. He hasn't been saying anything. Isn't there... What's the other... Don't they have like an official one? No, I shouldn't have done that. Should have just done Terra. See, that's May 13th. So this is old. LFG? Where is the actual Luna Foundation Guard? I don't know. Where were you getting that information? Were you just seeing it like shouted out on Twitter? Or today, actually. Oh, so you're talking about today. Yeah, that might be this. No, was that this? 1 day ago. This was yesterday. So I don't know what's been more than beyond this. This was sort of what I saw as something that I saw people talking about on Twitter was this forking proposal. So I don't know. We'll see. 6:44 a.m. and I've not slept. Literally just going to get up in a minute and go get a coffee. Yo, Ollie, you were lighting the wick at both ends, my friend. Is it just because you can't miss any of this good action? Are the arrows and rockets keeping you sucked in? LFG, you think the LFG? Yeah, the LFG didn't have much for me. Actually, ideal timing. People love content during down markets. Mountain Standard Time, Colorado. Yeah, okay. Let's get the MST. That's what I'm thinking. I'm just going, so I do some other channels. So I do video content as well for as my other normal gig, and for other people, and help them with their video and all that sort of jazz. And I was like, yo, I'm just gonna make this when I started my own a little while ago, and then I've been just kind of like doubling down, and I figured. And I'm not trying to make entertainment too much like it's not actually value, but it's like edu value. What's the combination of education and value, or entertainment and education? Entertainment, education. They both start with ed. I don't know. Let's go. No, like let's fucking go. Okay, good. Okay, that's what LFG. I was like, you're talking about the Luna Foundation Guard. 2 million strong. That's how much you got? You holding 2 million? Hey, good stuff. I'm props to anyone. Props to anyone doing great in this market. I really should have got in. I might look at it in the morning. We'll see. If this tap has been locked off, this is again it, boys. I'm going to say it again. If the tap has been locked off from the inflation coming into the market, then this economy could definitely meme out. This could go insane potentially. The hype is real. Yep, the hype is totally real. We're looking for our next rocket. We're looking for our next little rocket going to the moon here. It was on another live stream. So yeah, I haven't heard anything extra. So I generally find that Twitter has like pretty up to date stuff because there's a few people in my feed that are pretty on it. They're really in depth in the Twitter community. Oh, we got some likes. We got some likes on the Let's go. It's unreliable. One wants remittances. Okay, so I saw this. Luna Foundation allegedly sent about $2 billion worth of reserves to Gemini and Binance. So that's interesting. Whoa, hold on. That gives pause for a second. What am I watching right now? I'm into it though. Look, what do we got going on? What's the stream all about right now? Look, do you think this is gonna? Let's get these concurrent viewers. I think we can get the viewers up with this content format. We've got money being made on the left-hand side. We've got basically softcore porn on the right. We got rockets. We got arrows. I'm not really sure what else you could want out of a stream. As a guy, shout out to any women in the chat. I am sorry for the offensive meme joke there. Just heard guys actually use. I don't know what I'm reading. Yeah, again, I'm not seeing anything. I feel. Oh, here. So this was proposal full refund for all less than 250,000 AUST wallets. Anchor wallets, which is probably over 95% of all users. I support the. Yo, see, that's what. I don't know, man. It just kind of sucks. It's like. It's like, why can't this information be made clearer earlier on? I mean, I know they don't know it all at the time, but it's like, now I'm out. So I'm taking out of the recovery plan because I made some active decisions to get out and not completely go to zero. Like, how is that reasonable? That's super, I mean, I'm not super pissed at it, but it's just kind of like dumb. It's like, I don't even want to look at that anymore. What's going on here, guys? What's from the Wolf of Wall Street? What did I miss? 11 million, but I paid 20,000. It's not worth 3,000. Oh, that doesn't sound nice. I need a fraction of a penny to break even. Oh man. Oh man. I'm sorry, Richard Moore. That doesn't feel good. I feel it though. Target price of a penny is unrealistic. That would put the market cap equal to Bitcoin. Yeah. No, it's very unrealistic for it to go up that high. And not to mention, they're talking about scrapping the entire thing. So again, I think whatever trading volatility is going to happen is going to be somewhere down here. But eventually, I think the music's going to stop. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys. Does anyone think that the music's not going to stop on this entire thing? Unfortunately, that's the only way I see this playing out. Because if this, unless this becomes like a Bitcoin equivalent, wouldn't that be hilarious if this was like several years down the road? And this is like still trading and it's just skyrocketed because it's like a locked off ecosystem. Like it doesn't run the network anymore, but people still have the coins and they're trading. Yeah, what about if they fork? Yeah, that was what the first, that's what this is all about. If they fork and how they're gonna possibly do it. Like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what's happening right now. You know, but it looks like there's a possibility to make some money, so why not? Netflix uses this story soon, probably. I just watched The Tinder Swindler. Anyone seen that one? The Tinder Swindler. That was actually interesting. Here's the thing. If you watch The Tinder Swindler and Bad Vegan, both documentaries, both docos for any Australians in the chat, that are based on con artists that took advantage of women. And specifically, like con artists that took advantage of women. Not multiple con artists, like each. Bad Vegan was about one guy, and then with Tinder Swindle, it was about another guy, pretty much. It's very interesting, and I don't know why I'm going on this tangent, I just wanted to share it, that they both had the same method of scamming. And there was a method of instilling confidence that they had the money they needed and didn't need any of their money. They were already very wealthy. And they established it very heavily. Take them to nice places, spend money on them, show them they had lavish items. But then would come to a crux in a situation where, hey, can you just lend me $30,000? Of course, I'll pay you back double. Okay, cool. And some of them, unfortunately, got to the point where they got so deep into with the relationship with him that they were giving him more and more because clearly he can pay me back, but he needs it because he's in a bad situation because he had my credit cards were canceled and I have some security risks. The Tinder Swindler one was like based on a guy who was pretending to be a billionaire. Or at least a 100 millionaire with a private jet. Which one of those needs his credit cards getting canceled? It was so ridiculous. The withdrawal service of Luna tokens is now open. Please note the network congestion may cause a high volume of pending transaction. Please expect an estimated waiting time of 3 hours. So withdrawal from what, the minting mechanism, or like what, B Luna on Anchor Protocol? Where are they withdrawing from? Bo Strong, the Tinder Swindler is back in action as a coach, just like Jordan Belfort. Yes, I actually saw that. How it ended, like he basically went to prison for a hot minute, and then it was showing his his coaching website, and I was like, but here's the thing. What I'll give, I guess there technically is some point to it. And when I think about Jordan Belfort, I think of where he's taken it to be. Let me teach people how to sell things. Now, I know he's obviously got his history, and it's probably going to be hard to ever shake that just from a history standpoint, but also from how he deals with people. But there definitely is something to be said for clearly he knew how to sell people. and whether it would, then you start to address, is selling someone mildly, are you on the spectrum of being a con artist? That's the question. If you're a good salesperson, are you on the spectrum of being a con artist? Probably. Terra wasn't the problem, it was the stable coin side, right? Why would they scrap Terra Luna? Well, they're conjoined, like the conjoined twin dyslexia. They're without one, the other doesn't really have a point to exist, sort of thing. So they have a burning minting mechanism that causes them to exist. So they mint more of this one when this one needs to go down, and vice versa. So they're kind of symbiotic. And unfortunately, there's nothing they can do. So in order for the liquidity to be put back into UST, Luna needs to be sacrificed, because that is its entire job, is that when this one goes down, in order to bring it back up, it has to go down to be burnt. Or the inflation has to be kicked up. It doesn't have to go down in value. People can buy into it, but it's just kind of how they work. The craziest part of this, and why I think so much effort is being put to fork it, make another ecosystem, is it was massive, guys. Like, I was showing some metrics the other day. It was 32 billion. Okay, guys? It had a TVL in the ecosystem, and I'm just gonna look at this real quick, for $32 billion. It dropped pretty much in a day and a half, and it was somewhere around $1 billion within like 2 days. Liquidated out of the network. And now there's about 540 left. So the rest of it is out of the network, on exchanges, being sold out. You know what I mean? Like, it's left it. It looks like, though, that some people are coming back in, which I don't understand how if the network is shut down. So I'm not really sure what this is playing out. So there's a few pieces here that I'm probably still missing and I can't speak to, but is there a burn mechanism in the proposal? Would you see that making it pump? Well, if it forks, it won't have anything to do with the old one. It would be an entirely new token and network, and it would have probably a new proposal. They talked about, he says it here, look. Does he say it in this or in his tweet? Sorry, I'm a little slow right now, guys, so if I'm missing chat, I apologize. I'm trying to take everything I can and also bring information to anyone who actually wants it. Was it in this one? I think it was in this one. I think he says it in number 12. We will again rebuild UST. We will, as we begin to rebuild UST, we will adjust its mechanism to be collateralized. And so he mentioned that a few days ago, and I think he mentions it again in this Twitter thread too with the new proposal. I'm not 100% sure, to be honest, but I do understand that he understands that a collateralized backed any version of stablecoin in the future would be preferable, and he will have to do something like that to maintain trust. So it is what it is. I know trust is sketch right now, but it's no different than Mt. Gox got hacked. Everyone was skeptical for a while, but eventually returned. Yeah, I mean, and there will be a whole new group of people who don't even know what happened that'll come in and be like, oh, this is great. Because people will start talking about it. There'll be a little buzz going on again. Would you see, oh, so that was where I talked about that, yeah. Announced. KuCoin just announced. What did they just announce? Withdrawal service for Luna token is now open. Oh, that's what they announced. Okay, so you can get them off there now. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. It's like I said, it's kind of a bummer, you know. I mean, I traded up here somewhere. I traded in here somewhere. And yeah, I mean, that's where it is. Like, it's just kind of messed up. I don't know. It would be nice if you could go with like receipts that like, I had this after it depegged. Can I possibly get this back if I give you, you know what I mean, the difference? Or can I get the difference back? That would be great, but I doubt it's going to happen. $10,000 buy-in in 513 near bottom wick. would now be valued at almost $600,000. Yeah, I mean, you talking way down here? Yeah, 1013. Exactly. Here's the dumb part about this. This is so fucking dumb, dude. Honestly, swear to God. This even right here, I was talking with someone about this channel. That's why that channel's there. This was on a stream I had on 1013. I literally didn't stream yesterday. I was just busy making content and didn't even focus on a stream. Ignored it. Ignored the market because I was like, I don't even want to look at it anymore. If I had to put anything in there and just left it, I would have gone up dumb money. I would have been able to have, even if I had gone to this point, I would have gone up to dumb money. So it's kind of frustrating when you look at things hindsight like that, but it's also enticing and exciting. It makes you, so let's see, even if I had waited till now, I'd only be up 3,000%. So if I put $100 in, I'd have like $3,000. That's my mood right now for that. My $10,000 is gone. 9% of my money is gone. I will not return to crypto if the price of Luna cannot return to its original state. Why? Because public trust decreased due to the Luna incident. Yeah, I agree it did, but it also isn't the first time. So it's the first time it happened to you, but it's not the first time it happened to the space. And I'd say that this is probably the same reaction that happens at the crash end of any bull run in the last two we've seen. So we have probably a ways to go, especially when it comes to Bitcoin. There's going to continue to be a capitulation before we really hit into an accumulation phase, I believe. And that will continue to take the rest of the year, probably to get us to that close to bottom. If you look at the last two bull runs, 1 year after the all-time high is when it kind of got to its lowest point. So if you do an 85% retrace off of the all-time high, 85% would be somewhere down around 10,000 Bitcoin. But I don't necessarily know it. I think we're going to that. That's pretty low, but it would be part of the like lower value that I think it could go to. That's a worst case scenario for sure. And I know that was a tangent off what you said, but it's more the sentiment of it's kind of to be expected at this point. I would, if you want to get out, it might be one of those things where you get out for 6 months, a year, and then entertain getting back in if you want to make just possibly some gains coming out the other side. So, I don't know. I think I'll be trying this. I'm probably going to wrap up here soon, guys. I feel like I'm fading, and I feel like I'm taking the energy down. I do appreciate everyone for stopping by. This was fun. I actually had fun. If you found any value out of it, the like button, the subscribe, whatever you would like. If not, then fine. I appreciate just hanging out, providing some chat, or lurking in the background. Either of those things are fantastic. I will be trying to do a stream quite regularly. So I'm on the West Coast, USA. This will probably be similar time format. This will be the end period of where it is. I'll probably start closer to 8. But if you're out there around, I don't know what my streams will be called, and I don't think YouTube's streaming mechanism is very great for everybody to find or like come across. So whatever, if you're hanging out and you see it, stop by. Hopefully I'll have some more rocket ships and some arrows. We'll see. I think I'm going to try and do some actual trades, and maybe we'll do something with chat where it's like we all bet on what it's going, or I'll have you guys tell me what you think it's going to be, and we place bets and see if we can make a little bit with some small pocket change. That might be a little bit of fun. I don't know what you guys think. In your opinion, any chance Luna will cross the next zero up? Oh, I don't know what you mean, the next zero up. Oh, like going to one more zero off of it? It's a long way. I think so. I think it could. To get to here? Where are we? Yeah, to get to there, it's really not that crazy. I mean, it's already done it once. You know what I mean? Like, if it's locked off in its own ecosystem, then it might have a potential. Thanks, Ollie. Thank you for the sub. Thank you, everybody, for joining in. I will see you guys. I appreciate it again. It was fun. It's been fun, and I appreciate all the support and the entertainment. I hope you guys had a good time. I will see you next time, hopefully. I'll catch you guys. Later.